Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. And the Longhorns headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So South Carolina's offense will go to work first. And here comes Lenoris Sellers. As we get late in the season, his performance has made him a contender, if not one of the favorites, for the Heisman Trophy.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The run inside. It's Davidson. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Sellers. Looking long. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception.
Well, that's a great play by the defense, and that's one the quarterback obviously wishes he had back. I think sometimes as a QB, your success from the previous game can carry over, and it forces you to be a little bit reckless, right, David? I mean, he had a big one last time out. He's looking early in this game on the first drive to get a big chunk play right out of the gate. He throws that one into coverage, and the defense makes him pay for it.
Well, and how about talking to this defense before this game? They talked about, can they make something good happen early? If they could, maybe they could rattle him a little bit. Everything went well for him last week.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, South Carolina! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Arch to throw. That's caught. It's Terry. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Motion from the back. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Look out! And down he goes. A defense bringing the heat. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not a lot of room to field this one. He's going to get loose. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Rid of it on the RPO. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now here's Sellers. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Turns it upfield.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Oh, pressure's coming. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground with the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Arch is going to throw for it. Still looking. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Manning with a play fake. Rush right in his face. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Catch is made at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 40. Past the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The ride. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Manning unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. wide left, it's Townsend. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. On first down from the 13-yard line. They go play action with Manning. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Keeping his eyes downfield. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored Jesse this offense hoping to turning on the Jets. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Throwing, Sellers. Fires left. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Gamecocks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Drops back, it's Sellers. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Manning. Finds his man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
They'll run it with Wilson. Knocked down immediately.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Right side, it's Townsend. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Here's Manning to throw. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. On the move, he fires. Wide open downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Hart's going to spin it again. They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Quick completion on the out. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Hits inside. It's Henderson. Got the first down. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Sellers hauls it in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Making the adjustment. Moves the pocket. It's Sellers. Left side is Tuggle. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's Sellers to throw. Still looking to his right. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Caught. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. He makes a grab. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Again, it's Sellers. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! Quick strike through the air for the score. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Throwing Sellers. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust it. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job by the defense, not getting fooled again. They've had a bad day, but that was a good play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Tough run here. It's Davidson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Manning on play action. Out wide right, it's Terry. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Picks up the 1st down, and he might have a little extra. That looked like it'll be roughing the passer. They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. Running inside, it's Wilson. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn!
It's a nice decision by the quarterback there in the RPO. He's reading the keys on defense. They say hand the ball off. You want to do that. When you've got a guy this special in the backfield, David, get him as many touches as possible.
And a lot of times on those RPOs, the defense just has to hesitate for a second, and that little pause will open up those creases, and he takes full advantage of the defense just freezing for a second, makes the big, long touchdown run.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Sellers, under pressure, finds the tight end. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300.
Going downfield for the big play. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Texas sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Arch Madness. He's going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The Gamecocks in the hurry-up. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Play action, here's Manning. Lost one deep down the right side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Right side, it's Davidson. And the Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's Sellers to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Throwing, Sellers. Escapes the pressure going right. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They're all over him. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got a game.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short, and teams want to make their move in the rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To throw, Manning. Out wide left, it's Terry. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Back to pass. It's Manning. Turns it upfield. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How about this? These guys are going for 2. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Quick give. It's Henderson. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this.
Wide open spaces. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Sellers fires it down the seam. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
On the run, it's Davidson. Past the 6. Racing down the left side. And he finds his way out of bounds real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door. The Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Out wide right, it's Davidson. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the route is on. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Here comes the Texas offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Just smothered on the play. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Right side, it's Townsend. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wilson. Turning it on. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Tries to get it himself. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be fourth down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Needs it. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on fourth down. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's changing the play. Here's Sellers to throw. Going for the big play. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Wilson on the carry. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield. It's Manning. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Manning from the gun on third down. Looking down the middle. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Takes it the other way. 10.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Straight ahead, it's Wilson. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Here's Arts to throw. It's complete to the right. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Buying time to his right. He's going to take off. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble. Has another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's Henderson. He's got enough. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down.
He's going for a big play downfield. Got it! The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Throwing, Sellers. Looking to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. From the gun. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little